There's some pretty good ones, especially, one of the crazy things when you do these live Q&As is some of them are very silly. So we got one. Mark, are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that. I am not a lizard, but keep the high quality comments coming in.
Well, Mr. Zuckerberg, dug yourself into a hole, Mr. Zuckerberg. Not a lizard people, he said. We've been seeing Mark Zuckerberg act strange for a long time now, from the infamous or famous meme, "Nice job, team."
New face filters on Instagram today. This is my favorite one so far. Nice job, team.
New face filter on Instagram today. This is my favorite one so far. Nice job, team. Something is clearly off with Mark Zuckerberg's antics. But what is it? Why is the man leading a social media network so incapable of socialness? I just want to warn you guys, what I'm about to show you next might shock you. It might suck to watch, especially for you, Mark, if you're watching. I know you are. I know you're watching, Mark. Well, I know you're sweating. Or can you sweat? Mark, are you capable of human things? Or do you just shed your skin?
You kind of need to remind yourself that you need to focus and try not to let stuff bother you as much as possible. But it is going to bother you because you're human. And I was human. I am human. Still.
Let's keep watching.
But I was just referring to myself in the past. Not that I was not human.
I was just referring to myself in the past. What does it mean? Now, that sort of thing doesn't just slip out of your tongue, okay, Mark? Alright? I was human. That just doesn't happen normally, okay? You just don't simply say stuff that you're not supposed to say, like horrifically offensive words that are genuinely frowned upon by the entirety of humankind, except the... Okay, alright. Well, it just doesn't happen, Mark. I need answers.
But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human, still. But...
They cut away to the audience, you know? They have his drone sitting in the back. Oh, God. Oh, God. We got a code raid over here. What is it that you're hiding from us, Mark Zuck? Why is your laptop webcam taped over with your microphone? Is it so that during your shedding period, people won't find out? Well, I know. Because from one reptile to another. I mean, from one part... I know, okay? I just know. I have sources. I have reliable sources that's telling me that you're a reptile, okay? This is a really great channel that analyzes body language. Let's see what they have to say about the Zuck.
So, for me, the thing that I was really fascinated by, and always have been, is people, right? And how people work. You know,
we're gonna go back. I didn't expect it to cut off from his body. You see how he's sitting, straight up, hands on his knees, head up, chin level. Whereas opposed to this guy who's mirroring Mark, he's slightly angled down in the face. So he's submitting to Mark. He's covering, he's open, he's dominating the space. And he is purposely doing this. And I will show you how I know.
Is people, right? And how people work. You know, when I was in college, I studied psychology and computer science.
Very long, intense eye contact. He's purposely doing it. Looks away shortly, purposely doing that as well. Thoughts come through, it gives a break, but it's to dominate.
And, you know, one of the things that you learn when you study psychology is that there are all these parts of the brain which are geared...
See how long he's holding that eye contact? Now, normally when you have someone who's submitting to you and you're still continuously dominating them in the fashion that he's doing right now with his body posture, his intense eye contact, you're going to give them a break and relax your body so that they can relax and be relaxed as well. So it's a relaxed atmosphere.
It really feels like we're breaking down and it's some sort of alien life form here, okay? That's been trained to mimic human behavior.
You know, a lot of stuff happened along the way. I think, you know, there were real learning points in turning.
And now we see the sweat, and that's one of the few things it's really hard to control.
No, he doesn't sweat. He doesn't sweat. Come on, let's get real here.
Kenneth, Mark, give me the Zuck. But you can follow up and tell me what that means, and I'll try my best to do it for you. What's the whole Zuck thing? Z-U-C-C. I haven't seen this.
What's the whole Zuck thing? Well, he's talking about oral sex.
Good morning, Jarvis.
Good morning, Mark. It's Saturday, so you only have 5 meetings. Room temperature is set to a cool 68 degrees.
Earlier this year, I started building a simple AI to help run our home. I talked to Jarvis using this app I built. It uses artificial intelligence to understand me and figure out what to do.
Max woke up a few minutes ago. I'm entertaining her.
All right, let's go check on her.
Good morning, Max. Let's practice our Mandarin. Ming Xiao Shang Mao.
Jarvis, your Mandarin is so soothing.
Xie.
Jarvis also helps me get ready in the morning. Fresh shirt.
Fire in the hole.
Hell yeah. And Jarvis can play all of our favorite music. Hey, play us some good Nickelback songs.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm afraid I can't do that. There are no good Nickelback songs.
Good. That was actually a test.
Oh, Nickelback sucks. Am I right, everyone? Yeah, Nickelback is the worst. Nickelback sucks. Oh, they're the worst. I hate them because everyone else hates them. Have you heard about Crocs? Who would wear them? Am I right? I can't think for myself. Anyway.
I talked to Jarvis using this app I built. It uses artificial intelligence to understand me and figure out what to do. Jarvis also helps me get ready in the morning. Fresh shirt.
Fire in the hole.
And Jarvis can play all of our favorite music. Okay, how about just play some songs that our whole family likes? What? I'm a dad now. This is what I listen to. And if I don't want to talk, I can just text Jarvis through a messenger bot that I built. Yeah, my bad.
I think my favorite part of Mark is sense of humor. It's truly... It's something.
Hey. Hey. Welcome to F8. We're gathered here at the second biggest event called F8 this week. And, you know, we probably should have seen this one coming after... Probably should have seen this coming after Fast and Furious 7. Didn't. It's our bad. Now, while we don't have The Rock here today, we do have the tech equivalent, David The Rock Marcus. And while we may not live our lives a quarter mile at a time...
Oh, did you feel that? That invoked something in me, man. What? Again.
And while we may not live our lives a quarter mile at a time...
Oh my God, I can't. And we may not live our lives 1/4 life at a time, mile.
I know at least some people here live their lives 1 quarterly earnings at a time. All right. All right, bear with me. I got one more. One more for you.
No, Zach, right, I can't.
Well, Fast and Furious's tagline is, never give up on family.
Oh, here it comes.
Ours is similar. Never give up on the family of apps. All right. Not as catchy. Not as catchy.
Oh, my God. Oh. That has to be an inside joke. Please, at least let that be an inside joke. Oh my God.
That's why progress in science is so fast. You might even call it Fast and Furious.
What's with the Fast and Furious integration? It's clearly sponsored. Is Zuck himself hashtag Spawn without hashtag Spawn? Mark, you gotta hashtag Spawn or hashtag ad at least. I mean, YouTubers, we're just bombarded by this shit and all the shame and everything that comes with it. Oh, you had a promo and you didn't disclose it with at least 48 hashtag ads all over the screen blasted with giant symbols and the theme song of this is sponsored, I'm getting paid for this. What is happening here, okay? What kind of world-dominating plot are they working on? They're clearly doing this at the Oscar.
Hey, play us some good Nickelback songs.
Nickelback music is satanic. 1 like equals 1 prayer. Type amen in the comments. If you scroll down and ignore, you hate Jesus.
Good. That was actually a test. Okay, how about just play some songs that our whole family likes?
It's everyday, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. Been on YouTube in 6 months.
I'm a dad now. This is what I listen to.
Leave a like if you enjoyed watching, and remember, 1 like equals 1 Zuck.